Let's talk about Coursebox. So what is Coursebox? Let's think about back in the day, building an online course used to take weeks, sometimes months. Writing lessons, designing slides, recording videos, and then finding a platform to host it all in. By the time you're ready to launch, sometimes your course was out of date. But what if you could just drop in your documents, your slides, or even a link and have a full course with lessons, quizzes, and an AI tutor in just a few minutes? So that's what Coursebox is all about, the AI engine for interactive online training. So let me show you just how it works. So let's start with the dashboard. This is where you can find everything in Coursebox. You can see your resources, your courses, your groups, your users, your calendars, and your reports. Depending on what plan you sign up with Coursebox, you'll be able to see more or less of these left-hand side menu features. Now let's start with the courses. So creating a course in Coursebox is super easy. You just go to the plus button on the left-hand side here and just click on it, and it'll take you straight into the Ask Coursebox experience. Now from here, you can either add a prompt and ask the AI to create a course for you, or you can upload any PDF documents, PowerPoint slides you might have from a previous course. You can also adjust the settings, so you can ask Coursebox to use interactive elements like flip cards or carousels or hotspots. You can also ask it to include YouTube videos and pull them into the course, extract images from your own files that you've uploaded, or generate new AI images. If you're an Australian registered training organisation, we have a great feature for you. So you just click the Australian RTO here, and it'll take you straight to this page where you can add the URL to the unit of competency from the training package, or you can upload the training package here or any other relevant files that you might have on the course that you want to create. Now, with the RTO training package, you get a full training package with learner guides, marking guides, mapping document, and PowerPoint. And you can utilize this for your face-to-face training, but it will also create an online course for you. So let's take a look how the course creation part works. I'm going to ask the AI to please create a course on photography, and I'm going to make sure that my language is set to Australia. You can select from any languages, and I'm going to click go. So as you can see, it's super easy. It's already starting to ask me questions what I want to do, and I'm just going to prompt it to yes, just go ahead, just to keep it simple. So very quick, it's already starting to create a build your course structure for me, and I can continue to refine my course structure by interacting with the chat over here on my right hand side. As you can see, it's already creating sections and pages for me. And let's assume I'm happy with all of that, because at this point I can continue to say delete this page or this section, or add a page, add a section, add a quiz. I can make any changes I want to the structure. But let's say I'm really happy with everything. I'll go ahead and create the course. It's super easy, and in 2 seconds my course is being created. I've already got a welcome page, and it'll continue to create the other sections for me as we go. So let's take a look at what my course is looking like. I'm going to go, let's say, to any of the pages. As you can see, it's added interactivity for me, text blocks, it's generating an AI image for me, and at this point I can edit any of these text blocks, and there's my image, super cool. And I can edit any of these text blocks by clicking the edit button up here, and I can make changes at any time. I can also go to switch to learner view, and I can have a look at the course, how it looks from the learner's point of view. Here we go. And it's also added a scenario, which is a new cool AI feature that we have. So with this scenario, it's prompting you to a question, and then it's giving you some responses for the learner to respond, and it gives you automatic feedback. Then it gives you another question, and the learner selects another option, and we keep going until the scenario is completed. So let's go back to the editor view now, and I want to show you what else has been created. So the image, we've got some slides, we've got some list cards, we've got some quotes as well, different interactions, different interaction types, more imaging, another scenario, and let's jump to a different page. It's pulled in, as you can see, a YouTube video relevant to the course, but I can, any of this, I can keep them or delete them, or I can even make them hidden from everyone. So if I don't want anybody to see it, I can keep it for later. I might want to use it later. I can also, if I wanted to add more interactivity here, I could do so as well. I can just click the plus button on any of the blocks and add more grid cards, banners, list cards. I can add carousels, flip cards, any of that. And I can also add AI images. So I can create those images that were created before by prompting create an image of a camera tripod. Camera. And it will generate an image for me. So here's my AI image. There's a lot that you can do with Coursebox in terms of interactions. Too many to cover in this video, but I'm sure you will explore them all. But one thing I do want to show you is the AI video feature. So with the AI video feature, you can select from a selection of avatars, or you can create your own. So, which is really cool. You can upload any image. Like you can see, we've uploaded an image of a doggy. And then you select your script. So I'm going to use just an available avatar for the moment. Let's just go with this lady. Then you just select your script, and this is picked up from my course. So I'm going to leave it as is and select my language. So I'm going to go for Australian and Abigail. Then I can change also the title of the video, but I'm going to leave it as it is. It's this title here. And I can also add my own logo. Additionally, I can change the background. So I'm going to go to backgrounds and add a different background. And as you can see, it's changing. And if I don't want this split screen background, I can just hide that block. And then it's nice and clean. And then I can just click generate the video, and it'll start generating the video for me. So another cool feature that I want to show you is the AI tutor. Is this tutor down here on the right hand side. The AI tutor serves as more like a facilitator or a tutor or a teacher that can help the students while they're navigating the course and ask questions. So the AI tutor is really helpful, and you can retrain it I will show you how. You go to within the course, to your top right hand side menu, and you go down to the AI tutor settings. And you can use our Coursebox tutor, or you can have your own custom tutor. By bringing your own iframe code and uploading your own image. But if you select our Coursebox tutor, then you can instruct the tutor what to do, give it a welcome message, and you can give it a name. You can also change the image, and you can upload any files or websites that you think they're good and reinforce the learning and support the rest of the course. You just click retrain. And that's all there is. There's also an audio feature. So when students are in the learner view, when students are learning, in the learner view, there's this listen mode. And they can listen to the lessons by clicking that. They can also answer assessments and quiz questions using the audio mode. Let's take a look at how you can set certificates and badges to the course. So if you go to the left hand side menu to achievements, you'll be able to see that there's some certificates in my demo here. It's super easy. You just click the plus button on the blank document, you change your background, you add your logo, you change the name of the certificate, and you might want to add your signature as well. And then you save it, and then what you will see is something similar to this. And the name of the student will be populated once they get the certificate. To manage the certificate, so if you're setting a certificate and you want to link it to a course, you just click manage down here. You select the course will appear like this one here because this certificate's already linked. And yes, every time the student completes that course, they'll get a certificate. The badges are similar. They get created by create a badge over here. So you give the badge a name and the number of points that you want, and then you select the course that you want to link it to. You can also upload the image to the badge and change it. And I'll just show you one that's already created. So this is the Travis the Winner badge with 100 points when the learner completes these 2 courses in that order of completion. That's why we got forced completion ticked in here. Take a look at resources. So resources is kind of like Google Drive or SharePoint. So you can create folders and you can host the resources inside those folders and share them with your facilitators, your admins, or your learners. To create a new folder, you just click new and you create a new folder, and then you give it a name, a description, and you can set it to private or public, or however you like. Let's take a look at one that's already created, like this one here. If I open it, this folder is called the Portuguese videos, and as you can see, there's videos here. Now you can also share these folders for viewers with groups. You can edit the folder, you can upload additional files or videos, and you can also delete the folder if you wanted to. Now let's go to the community of learners in Coursebox. We've got a couple of tools that do that really well. One of them is the groups. So in the groups, you can create a new group, and this is really good to get learners to interact with each other and in a sense of engagement and community. So you set your titles, your description, who can post in the group, and who the notifications go into. I'm going to show you one that's already created. This group over here. So I can just go manage. And the group title is 4S Endorsement Plus. It's already published, so I can unpublish if I wanted to. I can look at the settings and share this with members. I can unlist it. I can transfer the ownership. I can delete it. And there's also a list of comments here, who's been interacting with this group. Similar to the groups, we've got questions, and question is the same thing. It's another engagement tool. The questions, you click create a question on the right hand side, and you can type your question and save. I'm going to show you one that's already created. So this question is, how do I check my University Massachusetts Global transcript? And you can manage the assignees to these questions and who can post in the questions as well. So now let's go to users. This is how you add your learners. So once you've created your course, you can invite learners, you can invite your facilitators, and you can do it so through this. You can invite a user, so first name, last name, and an email, and just send the invite. You can also take a look at this menu up here, and the first one is to see who have you invited that has not confirmed yet. So all these people have been invited, but they haven't confirmed. You can manually confirm their emails from here, and so that they can sign up into the course. You can also download the CSV of users. You can upload a CSV file of users. and you can customize the email that goes out to your learners and users. Now let's take a look at the leaderboard. So this is where the badges come into play and the certificates. So this is just a way of engagement and for students to get a little bit competitive. You can see who is taken, how many points, what courses, what certificates they have, and how many badges they have. And that's the leaderboard. The calendar. So you can add in the calendar events or notices to this, you know, if you set an assignment that's due at a particular date, then you can set it in the calendar and set reminders. If you host a webinar, you can link it to a Zoom or a Meet or any other tool that you use for conferencing, and add it to the calendar and invite your users that way. In the report section, you will find that you can get a lot of reports depending on what plan you're on. Again, you'll be able to see more or less of this report list over here, but basically it's super easy to find the reports. You just set your range of dates, you apply the filters, you select from up here what type of report you want, and then you'll be able to see your reports down here and with graphic visual. You can also download your reports, and you can also see some of the completion and all that from your courses. So if you go to your courses, let's say this course here, this top menu here, I can have a look at my report for that one course from up there. This is at the course level, this is at the portal level. So I can also have a look at the users for this course. I can have a look at submissions. So if my users have submitted an activity or an assignment, I can have a look at that. I can use the advanced settings to set completions, pass grades, hours of duration for my course. I can manage prerequisites, so if there's a course that needs to be completed prior to another course, I can duplicate the course and delete the course. And now we get to the part where I've got my course ready and I want to share it with the world. So you click the share button at the top, and you can share your courses in 3 different ways. You can share them as restricted, and only the people with that invite link will be able to access it. Or public, as if you wanted to publish some free courses, anyone can find them. Or you can sell your course. If you click sell, you'll be prompted to add the details of the sale, so the price of the course. You'll have to have a link, Stripe, PayPal, or Paystack account, and then you'll be able to sell that. You can also invite learners from here to the course, so that'll send them an email to join the course. From this section as well, what I want to show you is this course is restricted, so let's get out of that for a minute. So you can share your course in multiple ways. From here, once you've published the course, you can download as HTML or a course PDF or a marking guide with the answers to your quizzes. You can also export your course as SCORM, but it must be published. You can also embed it as with an embed link or an LTI, and you can also use Zapier for a lot of other integrations. Everything that I'm explaining, it's available through our Coursebox support. There's an online manual where you can find anything to do with the platform, and any questions that you have, you can ask the AI. So let's go back to our demo. I want to show you some settings now. So from your profile, you can change your profile, and you can add an overview, your expertise. You can have a look at your courses, what the groups, and any certificates or education that you might have taken in Coursebox. You can also set the settings at a platform level. So you can select the language that you want your courses to appear. You can define the notifications, so who gets what and what notifications go to where. You can also change the invitations. You can also, here, this one's the one I want to show you. The left menu controls the left menu in your dashboard. So if there's something in there that you don't want your students to see, like this manual, then you just tick it off, and when you're in the left menu, you won't be able to, your learners won't be able to see it. You can also control the course pages, visibility from here, resources. You can adjust the onboarding welcome message. You can share on social media. So these are all your platform level settings. And from here, you can also change your password to log into the platform. If we go back to your profile, you can have a look at payments. And payments is where you can set up your Stripe, PayPal, or Paystack account. You can also have a look down here at your credits. So how many credits have you used, and how many have you got left? And if you run out of credits while using Coursebox, remember the credits reset every month. But if you feel that you're using more than you anticipated, you can always upgrade. Now let's look at your course themes. And I'm jumping through some of these because there's a lot in Coursebox, but you'll be able to see it all once you get in the platform. You can book a meeting with us if you have any questions or something that you can't figure out. So you can book a 30-minute meeting, and I'm happy to walk you through it. In our theme over here, from the profile menu down to theme settings, you'll be able to see how to change your portal name if you're signing up for a pro account. You can also change your logos. You can change your colors at a portal level and at a course level down here. And you can change the fonts that you utilize through the platform. So Coursebox has many features and settings, as you can see. If you want to learn more about those and how to navigate the platform, head over to our help center at support.coursebox.ai, and you'll be able to find all the articles, as I mentioned before, on the different features and settings that are available in Coursebox. There's also tutorial videos and screenshots for you to follow along. And if you're searching for anything specific, you'll be able to find that using the chat feature in there. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.